Am I the only one that didn't know how amazing New York City is? Yo, what is up everybody? It's your boy Osama coming at you live from the one and only New York City. I'm hyped to be here and even more stoked to share this adventure with you guys. Today, we're diving headfirst into the concrete jungle, exploring the top 10 places you absolutely have to visit when you're in this city that never sleeps. Before we jump into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of the craziness we're about to get into. We're talking iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and everything in between. This is your guide to experiencing the real New York City, so buckle up and get ready for the ride. Alright, first up on our list, we're starting with the heart of Manhattan, Central Park. This place is massive, a sprawling oasis of green in the middle of all this concrete jungle madness. You could spend an entire day here and still not see everything. We're talking about iconic spots like Bethesda Terrace, where you've probably seen a million movie scenes filmed. And of course, no trip to Central Park is complete without a visit to the Central Park Zoo. The real magic of Central Park is just wandering around, getting lost in the winding paths, discovering hidden sculptures, and people watching. You got street performers, musicians, artists, you name it. Central Park has it. So grab a hot dog from a street vendor, find a bench, and just soak in the vibe. This is New York City at its finest. Next up, we're hitting up the crossroads of the world, Times Square. This place is pure sensory overload in the best way possible. Giant billboards flashing, music blaring, people everywhere. It's a whirlwind of energy that you just have to experience. Of course, you gotta catch a Broadway show while you're here. Whether it's a classic like The Lion King or something brand new, the theater scene here is unmatched. And hey, even if you don't see a show, just walking through the theater district is an experience in itself. Don't forget to look up. Seriously, you'll miss half the show if you don't. The billboards here are legendary, some of them stretching entire city blocks. And if you're lucky enough to be here during the holidays, Times Square transforms into a winter wonderland. Just a word of advice, pace yourself. Times Square can be overwhelming, so take breaks, grab a slice of pizza, and just soak it all in. Alright, no trip to New York City is complete without a visit to Lady Liberty herself, the Statue of Liberty. This iconic symbol of freedom and democracy is truly a sight to behold. You gotta take the ferry to Liberty Island. And let me tell you, the views of the Manhattan skyline from the water are breathtaking. Once you're on the island, you can walk around the statue, learn about its history, and even climb up to the crown for some insane panoramic views. Just be prepared for a serious stair workout. But even if you don't go inside, just standing at the foot of this massive statue is an awe-inspiring experience. And hey, while you're in the area, take a quick detour to Ellis Island. The Immigration Museum there is incredibly moving and a powerful reminder of the diverse heritage of this country. Next up, we're heading to the top of the world, or at least it feels like it, the Empire State Building. This iconic skyscraper needs no introduction. The observation decks on the 86th and 102nd floors offer some of the most incredible views of New York City you'll ever see. You can see Central Park, the Statue of Liberty, the Brooklyn Bridge, everything. I recommend going up right before sunset. That way, you get to see the city bathed in the golden hour light and then watch as the city lights twinkle on as darkness falls. And hey, if you're feeling brave, you can even lean out over the edge and look straight down at the streets below. Pro tip, buy your tickets online in advance to avoid the long lines. Trust me, it's worth it. Alright, let's switch gears and head over to the Brooklyn Bridge. This iconic bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn is more than just a way to get across the East River. It's an experience in itself. Walking across the bridge is a must-do. You get incredible views of the Manhattan skyline, the Statue of Liberty, and the East River. Plus, it's a great way to get some exercise and fresh air. I recommend starting from the Brooklyn side and walking towards Manhattan. That way, the iconic skyline will be right in front of you as you walk. Along the way, you'll see street performers, vendors selling souvenirs, and fellow tourists from all over the world. It's a great place to people watch and soak in the energy of the city. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, rent a bike and cycle across the bridge. Alright, art lovers, this one's for you. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, or the Met as the locals call it, is one of the largest and most comprehensive art museums in the world. We're talking about ancient Egyptian artifacts, Greek statues, Renaissance masterpieces, modern art, you name it, they've got it. Some of the must-see exhibits include the Egyptian Temple of Dendur, the European Paintings Galleries, and the American Wing. Pro tip: check out the museum's website before you go to see what special exhibitions are on. They always have something cool going on. And hey, if you're on a budget, the Met is pay what you wish, so you can experience this world-class museum without breaking the bank. Alright, let's get back to the bright lights and big dreams of Broadway. This world-renowned theater district is home to some of the most iconic and beloved musicals of all time. From classics like The Phantom of the Opera and Chicago to newer hits like Hamilton and Dear Evan Hansen, there's a show for everyone on Broadway. And trust me, seeing a show here is an experience you won't forget. The energy in the theaters is electric, the talent is top-notch, and the costumes and sets are just incredible. Pro tip: if you're flexible with your dates and times, you can often score discounted tickets at the TKTS booth in Times Square. Even if you don't see a show, just walking around the theater district is an experience in itself. Alright, next up we're heading to Rockefeller Center, a true New York City icon. This complex of buildings is home to shops, restaurants, and of course, the famous ice skating rink. During the holiday season, the ice skating rink at Rockefeller Center transforms into a magical winter wonderland. But even if you're not here during the holidays, Rockefeller Center is still worth a visit. You can take a tour of the NBC studios, catch a show at Radio City Music Hall, or just admire the stunning architecture. And for the best views in town, head to the top of the Rock observation deck. Pro tip: go up to the top of the Rock at night for a truly breathtaking view of the city lights. Alright, this next one is a bit more somber, but it's an important place to visit when you're in New York City. The 9/11 Memorial and Museum is a powerful tribute to the victims of the September 11th attacks. The memorial itself is incredibly moving. Two reflecting pools sit in the footprints of the Twin Towers, with the names of all the victims inscribed around the edges. The museum is equally powerful, with exhibits that tell the story of that tragic day through artifacts, photographs, and first-hand accounts. Visiting the 9/11 Memorial and Museum is an emotional experience, but it's an important one. It's a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of never forgetting. Alright, we're wrapping up our tour of New York City with a stroll down Fifth Avenue. This iconic street is known for its luxury shopping, but it's also home to some pretty amazing landmarks. We're talking about St. Patrick's Cathedral, a stunning example of Gothic architecture, and the New York Public Library, with its iconic lion statues guarding the entrance. Even if you can't afford to drop thousands of dollars on a designer handbag, it's fun to admire the window displays and dream a little. But Fifth Avenue is more than just high-end stores and landmarks. It's a great place to people watch, grab a coffee, and just soak in the energy of the city. So, put on your walking shoes, grab your wallet, just in case, and get ready to experience the glamour and excitement of Fifth Avenue. And there you have it, folks, the top 10 must-visit places in New York City. From the green oasis of Central Park to the bright lights of Times Square, this city has something for everyone. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below letting me know what other cities you'd like me to explore. Peace out.